Today, we're going to talk about a tool that is an absolute game changer. It's called the Informal Proposal. And look, this isn't just about paperwork. It's about having a real blueprint to take your best ideas and actually make them happen.
You know the feeling, right? You've got this amazing idea. It could fix a huge problem or start something incredible. You mention it in a meeting, maybe you shoot off an email, and then nothing. Just crickets. It's so frustrating, but it really doesn't have to be that way.
And that's the thing, isn't it? An idea, no matter how brilliant, is kind of powerless by itself. It's just a thought floating around. To get from concept to reality, you have to cross this bridge. And that bridge is built with persuasion. That is exactly what an informal proposal is for.
So what are we really talking about here? Well, an informal proposal is basically your argument, but written down. It's a structured case that says, hey, here's a problem, here's my really smart solution, and here's exactly what I need from you to make it happen. It's your yes machine.
So, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll get a handle on the tool itself. Then, we'll figure out how to choose the right approach. After that, we're diving deep into the 7-step blueprint. And finally, we'll cover some killer strategies to help you write to win.
All right, let's jump right in. Section 1, from idea to action. It's all about really understanding the tool we're about to put in your hands.
Okay, first things first. Let's get one thing straight. When we say proposal, we are not talking about those 100-page monsters you write for like a government grant. No. The informal proposal is its nimble, way cooler cousin. It's short, it's flexible, it sounds like a human wrote it, and it's perfect for internal stuff. Pitching your boss, another department, you get the idea.
So, knowing what the tool is, that's just the first step. You've also got to know how and when to use it. That brings us to section 2, knowing your audience and the type of proposal you're writing, because trust me, one size does not fit all.
It really all boils down to 2 simple questions. Did somebody ask for this, and who am I writing it for? For instance, if your manager says, we need ideas to improve X, that's internally solicited. Everyone knows the problem exists. Your job is to prove you have the best fix. But if you spot a problem nobody else is talking about, that's unsolicited. Your first and biggest challenge is convincing them that the problem is even real.
Okay, once you have your strategy, it is time to build this thing. So in section 3, we're going to walk through the 7-step blueprint. Think of this as the solid architecture that's going to make your argument impossible to ignore.
And here it is. It's a totally logical flow, right? You start with an intro to give some context. Then, and this is key, you state the problem. After that, you present your brilliant solution and a clear plan of action. You lay out the budget, describe all the great outcomes, and then you wrap it up with a strong call to action. See how each piece builds on the last? It just makes sense.
Now, of all these steps, I want you to pay extra special attention to number 2, the problem statement. Seriously, if you nail this part, the rest of the proposal practically writes itself. This isn't just you complaining. This is you, like a detective, laying out the evidence that proves something is wrong and creating this sense of urgency, making your reader think, wow, okay, we have to do something about this.
And just as important as how you start is how you finish. Step 7, the call to action. After building such a strong case, don't just let it fizzle out at the end. You have to be crystal clear. Tell them exactly what you need. A signature, a meeting, a budget approval, and when do you need it by? You're not leaving the next step up to chance, you're creating momentum.
Okay, having the right structure is huge, but it's only half the battle. Now we get to the final section, where we focus on the words themselves. It's time to write to win. These are the little strategies that make your writing pop and get that yes. Here are 5 tips that are pure gold. First, always lead with the problem. Get them nodding in agreement before you even mention your solution. Second, be specific. Vague ideas get vague answers. Third, bring receipts. Use data and facts. Fourth, know your audience and speak their language. And last, but definitely not least, please proofread. Nothing kills credibility faster than a silly typo.
Let's make this super real. Check out this weak call to action. We hope you will consider our proposal. Ugh, it's so passive, right? It's timid, it doesn't ask for anything specific, it pretty much invites the reader to put it on a pile of papers and forget about it.
Now look at this. What a difference. A strong call to action is direct, it's specific, and it gives a deadline with a reason. We need your approval by March 20th so we can hit our April 5th launch. See? It's confident, it shows you thought through the whole timeline, it makes it easy for them to say yes.
And that's really the whole point, isn't it? A great proposal does more than just share an idea.
It removes all the guesswork. It answers questions before they're even asked and makes saying yes feel like the easiest, most logical thing in the world for them to do.
And you know what the best part is? You can do all of this in just 2 to 5 pages. That's it. This isn't about writing a novel. It's about being clear, concise, and incredibly impactful. It is such an efficient way to get things done.
So, we'll leave you with this thought. You have the blueprint now. You know the strategy. That brilliant idea you have doesn't have to just sit there. It's waiting. The only real question left is, what are you going to propose first?